Good morning. This morning we're going to tackle pages 29 and 30 from your Smarter Balance practice book. So please open your book to page 29. Okay, question number 1. Mrs. Williams is organizing her office supplies. There are 3 open boxes of paper clips in her desk drawer. Each box has 7/8 of the paper clips remaining. How many boxes of paper clips are left? Shade the model and complete the calculations below to show how you found your answer. Remember, there are key words in this word problem. Can you find them? Each is the first keyword, and each always means multiply or divide. And of is a keyword that means multiply. So we're going to be multiplying 3 times 7/8. Notice there's a picture of 3 whole pies. Each pie is divided into 8 pieces because of the denominator 8. The denominator of a fraction tells you how many pieces your pie is divided into. So on each circle, you should shade or color 7 of those 8 pieces. When you add those up, 7 on the first one plus 7 on the second one plus 7 on the third one, you should get the number that goes in the box above the 8. What do we do when the top number is bigger? We divide. So you're going to take the answer that you got on top of the 8 and divide by 8. Remember to put your remainder as a fraction, your remainder over your divisor, to make a mixed number for your answer. Question number 2. Logan bought 15 balloons. So draw a picture of 15 circles in the box. 4/5 of the balloons are purple. How many of the balloons are purple? Draw a model to show how you found your answer. When you're drawing your balloons, because the denominator is 5 in 4/5, you should put 5 of those balloons in each row. Then you're going to circle 4/5, so you're going to circle 4 of your rows of 5 and count them up to get your answer. What is the key word in this word problem? Of. Of means times. So you're going to be taking 15/1 times 4/5. Remember to cross cancel, which means divide by a common factor diagonally. Question number 3. Taniqua took a test that had 20 multiple choice questions and 10 true-false questions. She got 9/10 of the multiple choice questions correct, and she got 4/5 of the true-false questions correct. What is the keyword? Of. Of means times. Part A says, how many multiple choice questions did Taniqua get correct? So you're going to take 20/1 times 9/10. Remember to cross cancel. For part B, how many true-false questions did Taniqua get correct? So you're going to be taking 10/1 times 4/5. Remember to cross cancel. Now let's go to question number 4. Question number 4. Franny put 2/3 of her music collection on the MP3 player. While on vacation, she listened to 3/5 of the music on the player. How much of Franny's music collection did she listen to while on vacation? For numbers 4A through 4D, choose the correct values to describe how to solve the problem. Draw a rectangular array with 3 rows and blank columns. So this first part, you're going to draw a rectangle. Rows go horizontally. You're going to have 3 rows because of the denominator in the fraction 2/3. So you're going to be wanting to divide it into thirds. So you're going to be making 3 rows. Now the denominator on the second fraction is 5. So you're going to make 5 columns. For part B, it says shade blank of the rows gray. Well, remember, the first fraction was 2/3. We have 3 rows, so how many of those are you going to color gray? Look at that first fraction in the word problem. For part C, we're shading blank of the gray squares black. So look at our second fraction. Out of the 5 columns, how many should we shade black? Look at the second fraction in the word problem. So for part D, you're going to be multiplying because of means times, 2/3 times 3/5. Remember to reduce your fraction by dividing by a common factor. In question number 5, it says, in a 5th grade class, 4/5 of the girls have brown hair. Of the brown-haired girls, 3/4 of them have long hair. Of the girls with long brown hair, 1/3 of them have green eyes. What's the key word in this problem? Of. Of means times. Part A, what fraction of the girls in the class have long brown hair? So we're going to take 4/5 times 3/4. For part B, what fraction of the girls in the class have long brown hair and green eyes? Well, again, of means times, so you're going to take the answer you got in part A and multiply that times 1/3. Pause the video now before you move on to the next part. Solve all 5 problems before you restart your video. Okay, on question number 1, you are taking 3 times 7/8. So 3/1 times 7/8. You cannot cross cancel because 3 does not go into 8. You multiply straight across. 3 times 7 is 21. 1 times 8 is 8. When the top number of a fraction is bigger, you're going to divide. So you're going to take 21 divided by 8. When you have a remainder, you're going to put the remainder on top of a fraction and the divisor on the bottom. So 5, this remainder 5 goes on top. The divisor 8 goes on the bottom. So my answer is 2 5/8. For question number 2, we have 15 times 4/5. So 15/1 times 4/5. Notice you can cross cancel. Divide by 5, I get 1. Divide by 5, I get 3. So 3 times 4 equals 12. 1 times 1 equals 1. So 12/1, which is equal to 12. Here's the picture. Notice I did rows of 5, and I want 4 of those rows, so 4/5. So I circled 4 groups here, and so that equals the 12 balloons. Question number 3. We had 20/1 times 9/10. Divide by 10, I get 1. Divide by 10, I get 2. So 2 times 9 equals 18 over 1, which is equal to 18. For part B, I had 10/1 times 4/5. I divide by 5, I get 1. Divide by 5, I get 2. 2 times 4 equals 8 over 1, which is equal to 8. Okay, question number 4. In our picture, notice I first drew a rectangle with 3 rows. 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. So 3 rows because of this denominator, 3. Then I drew 5 columns because of this denominator, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. So for part A, I drew 3 rows, 1, 2, 3, with 5 columns because that denominator was 3 and that denominator is 5. For part B, I'm going to shade 2 of the rows because of this numerator 2. For part C, I'm going to shade 3 of the columns because of this numerator 3. Then I multiplied 2/3 times 3/5. If you don't cross cancel, you end up with 6/15. But I have to reduce, so I divide by 3, I got 2. Divide by 3, I got 5. Over here, I cross cancel. Divide by 3, I got 1. Divide by 3, I got 1. And then multiply straight across, and you get 2/5. For number 5, I had, for part A, 4/5 times 3/4. I cross canceled. Divide by 4, I got 1. Divide by 4, I got 1. Multiply straight across, and I get 3/5. For part B, I have to take this answer, 3/5, and multiply it times 1/3. Cross cancel, divide by 3, I got 1. Divide by 3, I got 1. Multiply straight across, and I get 1/5. Feel free to email me with any questions. Make sure you're working on Khan Academy and or iReady every single day.